Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, out here in my lab in the wee hours in the morning, doing what I do for you. I got a good one for you today. Stay tuned. Let's do this. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. This is going to be another good one. Pay attention. Let's go. Right thinkers mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better with the knowledge of yourself. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, to get you to do just that. I'm on it. I'm doing my job. Yours is to learn it, achieve it, and become the best you can be, like me. Let's go. Know thyself. A person who knows, not, and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, who I love you. Simple. I can teach you. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. I got you. Stay tuned. A person who knows not, but believes that they know, you're dangerous, most likely religious. Avoid them. I try to. Sometimes you got to interact with them, and it never works out good. That's why the point is to avoid them. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I can awaken them with spiritual knowledge. I'm a spiritual alarm clock, waking up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know, don't mess with them. Follow them. They're wise. All these persons reside in you. Know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Knowing is different than believing. If you believe, that means you don't know. Anything I don't know, I believe. Anything that I know, I know. Anything I believe, I don't know. That's for everybody. Don't change. So understand, believe don't serve much. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about, I'm about to do something monumental. Okay? Personally, I think. I'm combining ancient knowledge to I'm combining ancient knowledge with what? Biblical knowledge. Now, if anybody who know their history and their religion, you know that Commissions and the Christians, Muslims and Jews, Christians and Muslims, Christians and Jews. See where I'm going with this? When you have religion, you have strife. You're going to have conflict. It's okay. But when are we going to solve it like the Hatfields and McCoys? The feud started centuries ago. I know that. But it seemed to just take its own thing, and nobody's paying attention to that. So let me bring you up to speed about a little something about our history with the Egyptians and the Christians. Remember, the Christian story says that they God put 10 plagues on Egypt so that Egypt can turn God's people loose. Kamisha's a little offended by that. Rightfully so, I understand it, because you're going to take your God, now all of a sudden your God is the high God. My God is what, chopped liver? Conception. But that's the beef. I want to bring you up on that. A lot of people probably didn't know that. No Christians don't. The Commissioners don't. Okay, we know our history. We don't just go by, no, we know what we're talking about. So that's one of them. All right, here you go. Combining ancient knowledge with biblical knowledge. I'm going to try to make that happen. Why? Because I'm giving class to my Christian family. I'm giving Bible study and I'm not using the Bible. Let's go. That's my hook. My mother-in-law loves that. I'm going to introduce my yacht, okay, to my church family, who I've been fellowshipping with for the last 7 going on 8 years now. So they know me. They follow me on YouTube, so they know me. They told me, do bring us right thinking, because they follow my concepts and my views, so they understand. They ain't saying, well, don't give us the church. No, I'm going to give you what I do. Ancient Egyptian concepts. Let's go. I'm going to unite right thinking and Christianity. Bad man. Like Haru and Set. Evil will always adhere to good. So they will come together at a certain point for the common good. Set, your ego, will adhere to Haru, your higher self. He knows his order. It's a pecking order. And as long as you keep him in his order, he's fine. When you let him run, you're going to have problems. That's what I mean by the ego. Okay, understand that. But watch this. Now, your ego and your spirit have to come together. Got a picture for that too. All that's expandable. But watch this. Now, I used to talk bad about Christians. I told my pastor, he being my best friend for over 40 years, with friendship over 40 years. I've never attacked him. When I was getting conscious 30 years ago, I would beat up on every Christian that I ran across. So I was Saul, because that's what I was doing. I was ripping. Okay, that was ignorant on my part because I thought I knew something more. And so I took it the wrong way. Again, made the competition, us against them. And we both still probably worshiping the higher self. So we got on the wrong track with that. I did. I apologize. Now I'm trying to show you it's going to be different. For a long time, I had no Christian friends for that purpose. Now I got a family, a Christian family that I fellowship with on a weekly basis. I'm on prayer line with on a weekly basis for years. So it ain't like I'm coming in. No, they know me. And by a lot, they respect me. So they allow me to do what I do with them. They took the initiative. I'm just waiting. I'm ready to do what I do for them. All right? Now, but I never disrespected my religious Christian brother, which is now my pastor, okay? For some reason, I respect him enough to, whatever I thought about Christianity, I didn't impose it on him. Now I know and think about Christianity, we discuss it every day. Love it, okay? So yeah, I'm bringing it to the Christians, another concept. I'm not anti-nothing. Remember, this is pre-Bible, pre-Christendom, pre-biblical. Okay, so I'm not anti-nothing. I just had information that comes before that. Remember, I fellowship with you every day. I'm learning the Bible as I go. So I'm good with that. Now, spiritual truths. Watch this. Excuse me, I ain't just even now, the respect I still have for him is why I go to church. Yeah, he's my friend, but he's a good God-fearing man with a good message and a good leader of his people. And I'm one of them. That's how I know. So it's okay. Spiritual truth, whatever's coming from, will last forever. The Bible and the Christian, you have spiritual truth in that book. The idea is to get it out the right way. I'm gonna let that stay right there. The ones who know how to extract the truth is the ones you should be following. I have one. If your preacher is doing what he need to do in the church and outside the church, that's who you follow. If your preacher, what he's saying, ain't matching what he's doing, there's an imbalance there. I can't follow imbalance. I can't give into imbalance. It don't work. I know Maya. Let's go. Truth is truth is truth. It won't change like God. It just is. So that's what it's there for those who want to partake. You don't have to be a God-fearing man. You ain't got to do nothing with God. All you got to do is just live. Breathe every day and get up and do what you need to do. You don't need God. But if you're going to follow that concept of a higher spiritual being, you got to either become religious or a right thinker. Right thinking. All right, here you go. When you learn the spiritual truths, what I teach, you can learn it. I don't own it. I teach it. Why? Because I learned it and I lived it. And it's been there all the time. Pyramids, the handwritings on the wall. When you learn spiritual truth, you stand on it and you live by it. That's what being spiritual is all about. Knowing, not believing. Religious is believing. It's a belief system. I keep telling you that. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just letting you know what it is and why I don't indulge in it. If you do, that's your thing. Prostitution, everything is out there. It's all out there. You can pick and choose what you want to do. I choose to do what I do. So you do the same thing for you. That's what works. So okay, we ain't got to get him back, but no, I ain't got time for that. I'll put my spiritual truth up against your belief anytime, and I'm going to have my way with you. Don't be mad or offended because you want to. No, my man, you don't know enough. That's the first thing you should be learning. If you want to challenge me with knowledge, you need to have some. Challenge me with belief, you're going to lose. I'm a sage. I know. Truth. Father Time. Mother Nature is undefeated for a reason. Knowledge supersedes belief. Always have, always will. Get truth, get knowledge, and stop with the belief nonsense, please. The same spiritual truth the ancients lived by still work today. As the Christians claim over 2,000 years, the blood of Jesus, knowledge still works. Truth still works. Spiritual knowledge still has its authenticity to this day. From the pyramid walls to right now, it's still truth. Let me talk to you right now. I'm learning the Bible. Okay. Every Sunday, I'm in church. Wednesday, I'm on the prayer line. And I love it. Why? Because it's getting me involved with Christian-based people, biblical understanding people, and I don't have a problem with them. They don't have a problem with me. I come to learn. I ain't coming to talk about, well, the right thinking said it. No. You get right thinking when I'm in class. You get right thinking when I'm in my lab. Other than that, you on your own. But this is what I do. This is why I do it. I'm not walking around the no bullhorn. Y'all need to start changing your life. Because man, I ain't got time for that. No. I have a platform. I use it to my best ability. That's why I do what I do here for you. All right, let's go. Calm me down, breathe. My biblical knowledge I'm getting at church every Sunday. I don't read the Bible. I don't study the Bible. I don't have no concerns with the Bible. I'm doing what I'm doing. I got other books that I read to give me spiritual knowledge. If you Bible thumper, I told my pastor when I first got there, I'm not a Bible thumper, pastor. I'm not going to go to the Bible and read verse so-and-so. I take lessons from you. I'm good with that. Okay? I study on my own. I study what I do on my own. I don't need to study biblical stuff. No need. Okay? Watch this. Where we at down there? I don't know biblical verses. Again, why? I'm not trying to. Ain't like I can't learn it. I just choose not to. I choose to study my and write my stuff by my teacher, and I got all his books. So that's what I live for. That's what I live by. I have spiritual knowledge. If you think biblical knowledge is all, then that's on you. Spiritual knowledge is universal. I even know what you know. And there's a lot of stuff you don't know about what you claim to be. I ain't got time for that. Let me move on. Where we at? I'm learning, okay. My church family gives me reason. I speak about good Christian people. Why? I see them. But if I didn't go to church, if I didn't interact with Christians, I still had the same old mentality. They all stupid, dumb. They follow stupid knowledge, see? So I had to be involved and see. I got newfound respect for Christians. How about that? If the technique that you're using that's getting you to live, do, and be, I don't have a problem with that at all. I'm hanging out with you for that purpose. If I did, I wouldn't be in your house. If your house is not good, I'm not coming to visit. I'm not coming to, no, I ain't doing none of that. So understand that I'm in a good place. And my faith in the Christians learning right thinking philosophy, it will strengthen their spirituality. They already hooked in. They're already locked and loaded. I'm just going to give them a little boost. Oh, yeah. Knowledge is the boost. Okay? That's all. I'm going to take that belief, that little speck of belief, I'm going to fill it in with knowledge. How about that? So I got a plan for you. Don't worry. Always a plan. Always a plan. There's always a plan. Not agenda. See, agenda is doing something underhanded, is sneaky, deceitful that you're trying to, I know that. That's what I used to do. Now I have a plan. My plan is transparency. My plan is honesty, forthrightness, no nonsense. Okay, that's a plan, not a hidden agenda. Where we at now? Okay. My faith, okay, here you go. If you believe in the Bible, you're going to love right thinking. Trust me on this one. They used to fight. My students fought. Now they gave in. Why? Because I don't want to fight. I want to teach. Somebody said, I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter, I'm a teacher. Okay, I'm serious about being that. I know ancient Egyptian yoga, and that's what I teach. My right thinkers know ancient Egyptian yoga. And what they ever got from the Bible, I don't stop none of that. I don't interview none of my boys, who most of my students are Christians. Understand that? So I'm staying on the same path. I'm not having you deviate from being a Christian. No, I'm giving you food for thought and knowledge to understand that being a good Christian is having knowledge of what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. Right thing is all knowledge. I'm just pure giving you information that you can use. Christianity, I'm like, okay, but if you want to learn what I got, I'm going to give it to you for who you are. I think you're advanced enough where I can get you into this and get understanding, and it fall right in line. My best students are Christians. Okay, so understand that. I'm not anti-Christian. I'm teaching against Christianity. All right, understand that. Okay, when I teach my right thinking concepts of my yacht, she taught Netta, it will make sense to any of them, all of them who listen. I can make what I do make sense to you. You ain't got to follow it. You ain't got to subscribe to it. But I guarantee you'll be able to understand it. And then you can make the choice to do it or not do it. That's what I do for you. The principles, are the same. Once you get understanding of them, you understand that what I teach and what my pastor preach is one and the same. Ancient, modern. So I'm trying to give you that label so I don't want to be Egyptian, Christian. No, we ain't doing that. Okay? Spiritual is universal. That's the first thing I get my followers to understand. We don't split hairs. Well, I'm this, I'm that. We all spiritual beings having a human experience. You can use that and that'll get you through any, that's the passcode to get you through any religious concept. Well, what are you? A spiritual being having a human experience. What would that make you? God. Come on in. See, they can't deny it. All right. Now, if you believe in the Bible, I did that already. Next one. I know ancient did that already. I'm down here. I'm getting down here. Okay. I know ancient Egyptian yoga, and that's what I teach. Okay, did that. The principle is saying, okay, here you go. I don't know the stories in the Bible, but I'm listening and learning to them. But I have ancient Egyptian stories that, guess what? Match the Bible. I'll wait. Me and my pastor talk every day for years, and we still have the conversation. It's still fresh, and it's still all about our higher self. He got his Christian, he got his biblical concept that he mastered, and I respect. I got my right thinking philosophy that I mastered that he respects. So we don't have that combative. Well, I'm better than you. I'm better. No, we don't fight over God. That's crazy. Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, Jews, Muslims. Why are we fighting each other to serve the same God? Your God is the same God, my God. We all should understand that. But if you have well, it's just this way, you're wrong. Television only works if you're focusing on something that you want personally for yourself. It don't work universal. Understand that. There you go. Give me that up. Whoa. Yeah, I'm way past time. I'm sorry. All right, here you go. I'll bring the truth of our ancestors to our future generation of Christians. Why? They're not going to do that. I'm not going to convert or change them. I'm just trying to enlighten them. Enlighten me, you're going to get something that you didn't have. My mission, when I do what I do on here, is to enlighten you to something that you didn't know before you got here. If I'm giving you information you already got, what am I doing it for? I ain't doing nothing. I have tidbits. I have information that's pertinent and that's useful. That's why I give it to you. I use it myself. Here you go. Let me wrap this up. This is my way of giving my church some enlightenment of their origins. Christianity only 2,000 years old. Ancient Egyptian concepts go back at least 10. I'm just being nice with that. Why? Because the Sphinx itself is over 10,000 years old. In order to build that, you have had to be knowledgeable of how the concept. So it took a little time to get to that level of knowledge to even build the Sphinx. Now, then we got the pyramids. But the concept is they've been doing it a long time. I will teach my church family the origins of their religion. That's a good thing, I would think. So I'm not there to beat them up. I'm not doing none of that. I'm there to enlighten them to what they're already doing and show them, I understand what you're doing. Why? Because I do the same thing. We just call it different names and do different philosophy, but it's the same thing. Becoming spiritually enlightened, doing good deeds, helping your fellow man. That's all the same thing. That don't change. My app can tell you that forever. Let's go. Now, when you enlighten someone and giving them information that they didn't have previously, that's what teaching is. I'm giving you information that you didn't have, and if you check it out, you find out it's good information. That's all. I have spiritual truth that ties right into biblical concepts. Trust me on this. I've been doing this for a while, and for some reason, the believer in Christianity think I got something against Christians. No, I don't. I got something against bad Christians. I tell you that all the time. If you live and doing and being a good Christian, a good Muslim or Jew, I got nothing but respect for you. I'm living right thinking philosophy. She taught that my so that's what I'm doing. You should respect the fact that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do bad or good or more or less. No. It's how you live. And if I'm living right and you living right, we have a problem. When knowledge of God is taught correctly, and I tell Christians, when the Bible man, God-fearing man, use that Bible the way it's supposed to be, it's a beautiful thing. That's why I come and partake. If he was a BSer, if he was that shiesty, I wouldn't be there listening to him. There's a bunch of them out there who got big people follow, listen to him. I just won't be one of them. They don't miss me, so I don't make the big thing a big deal. My little money don't change the church flow, and I'm not paying tithes. Understand that. I'll always give to the house. I would never go to church and not put something in the plate or not contribute something to the house. That ain't got nothing to do with tithes. I know the house got to be electric bill, got to be paid. I know stuff like that. That's overhead. That's what the temples had to do back in ancient times. So I don't go to the temple without bringing something to donate. They bought food. They bought whatever they had at the time. Why? I don't come empty-handed. When knowledge, the last one, I might wrap it up. I don't want way over time. Sorry about that, but I want to get this point across. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I have a dream. Here I go with my Martin. Here I'm gonna do a Martin now. I have a dream that Christian and right thinkers are praying together. That's my dream. That's my goal. I'll be back. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got more.